So here we go. I've already mixed up one right here. That's 1 gallon jar of peppers. A little perspective there with the juices. That's what it looks like all blended up. I used the Ninja blender. This is how it looks. See how it looks kind of milky? And how they're floating now? And if you look right there, see how it's like a pillow top? It's really tight. That's all the gases from fermentation. See how they're pushing up? It's time to pull these bad boys out and blend them up, make something good out of them. You know what we're making. So let's zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Well, if you could smell this, it's got a strong pepper smell and a little bit of a fermentation smell to it. Oh, here. Get a closer look. See right there? Bubbles. I might be able to see some bubbles coming up. Yep, you can see some bubbles right there. See that? It's alive. It's a living thing right now. So we got to take these peppers, grab these by the hand. Oh yeah, this stuff's so strong. Obviously I'm wearing gloves. I have a suspicion that it's probably going to eat through the glove would be my guess. Especially when you get to the Reapers and the ghost peppers. Here's a ghost pepper for you. Here's what it looks like fermented after about a week. Today is Thanksgiving. Here's an almost fully ripened Carolina Reaper, orange. Yeah, let's just start dumping it in there. If you do this at home, be very careful, obviously. If you've got anybody in the house that's sensitive to hot peppers, get them out of the house, or do it outside. And be careful because you're going to make a mess. I'm going to dump the rest of this water out in this pot. And there we go. Also what I got in here, half a clove of garlic. These are big toes, rather. And I put half a white onion in there too. Oh, I lied. Yellow onion. There's some fermented wax pepper. It's kind of cool looking. Kind of yellowish. Oh, and here's one of those ones that surprised me this past year. The hot banana peppers. And they, excuse me. Whew, they actually were pretty dang hot. Trying to see if there's any other cool peppers I could show you that look different. And they're billowed out. There's a bunch of gas on the inside of these. They kind of feel like a half deflated balloon. If you're ever wondering, which probably weren't, but hey, I'll show you anyways. This is a Kung Pao, and that's a cayenne, a red cayenne. Here's a little difference for you. So put them into your blender. You don't want to overfill it. You want to leave a little bit of a gap. If you've never blended anything, when you use the blender, everything rises up. I'm going to pulse it at first. See how it's going? If you had it packed full, it'd blow the lid off. You'd have hot pepper everywhere. See now? Just a little over half full. Take the rest of our peppers, see if they'll fit in there. Almost. The amount of peppers I'm using are 2 gallon freezer bag fulls, and they were packed and they're tight. Would I use to ferment it? Well, I use water, filtered water, because I didn't want any of the chlorines from tap water or anything else in there. It's going to kill it. Because it's a live culture in its state right now, I'm going to cook it and it's going to stop it, but right now it's alive. It's got all the good bacterium in there to help it grow. And it's good for your stomach type of bacteria. Now what do I use? Of course, filtered water. I use some kosher salt. I use a certain type of sugar, real sugar. And that's it. Oh yeah, natural yeast in the air and time. You want nice, even consistency when it's being blended. You don't want weird jumps and changes because that means stuff's still being blended. We're done at this process. So now, grab this. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna dump this in there, just like so. Here's another reason why I wore my gloves. In case I did something dumb like this. Now we got some pepper that didn't get cut up. That's alright. Because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cook this. I'm going to bring it to a boil. Then I'm going to slow it down to a hard simmer. And I'm going to reduce this at least by half, maybe even more. And this will cook down. Here's what it looks like. Let me get a good handful here. I use the same water, salt, and sugar mixture that it was fermented with as the liquid that I cook it down with, because that liquid is pretty darn hot. This is what you would call a mash. This is where Tabasco, the actual Tabasco sauce company, would take their mash like this, and they take it and throw it into wooden cask barrels, and I believe they let it ferment for age for 7 years. I got everything. I got the little stems, I got the seeds, stems and seeds. And because I like hot pepper stuff, of course, I didn't break them down at all. I didn't take out any of the pith or the membrane on the inside. I believe their technical term is called a placenta. But yeah, this stuff is wonderful. I've already tasted a little bit of it and it was pretty damn hot. By cooking this down, it's going to concentrate it. It's going to break these down even further. It's going to make it even hotter. And then I'm going to put it in the blender again to make it smoother. We'll check back later. There it is. Hot sauce. 2016. So check this out. Some of the hot sauce splashed onto my high carbon steel knife. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. You know, forever immortalized on my blade. finally finished 3.5 hours later. This is just a mash, what was left over after straining. Seeds and pulp. I'm gonna freeze it because I don't know what to do with it, but it's still damn hot. This is a gallon jar, and it is just a little over half. Look at that. I have half a gallon of my hot sauce. Figured out a name for it, I think, too. So now I just need to bottle it up and give it to some friends. See this, Eric? This is less of a bottle that I've put in for you. Today is Friday, December 2nd. Here, have yourself a look. Look at that. Look how thick that is. I have about a half a gallon of this year. It is awesome. Let's test it. I've been letting it sit in my fridge for a couple days now. Look at that. Holy shit. Ooh, it's pretty hot. I got it on my lips. That's going to suck later. It's pretty dang good though. Whew.